I'm Chef Almir Da Fonseca, and I'm a chef instructor at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone, San Helena, California. And I'm going to be preparing for you today a very simple recipe, an interesting recipe, a lot of great flavors of fritter. Very simple concept. I'm going to start it out over here with some bacon. What I did, I took the liberty to move on and rendered some of the fat out a little bit. And now I'm just going to warm through a little bit, okay? So once this bacon is nice and warm, I'm going to increase the heat a little bit. Okay? I'm going to add a gentle drop of canola oil, and I'm going to utilize that to wilt my spinach. Okay? I just want to extract the moisture of the spinach, cook a little bit. I'm going to season this up a little bit with salt and pepper, and this is going to be the beginning of my fritter, okay? Again, you're going to notice that this is going to, once the water starts to evaporate and you hear this little sizzling noise, and that what it is just the water of the spinach just kind of, withdrawing into the fat. So you're hearing this little cooking sound, which is actually a very welcoming sound for us cooks. We enjoy that. Okay? So part of the composition, going to have flour, going to have a beautiful ricotta cheese, going to have Parmesan cheese, some eggs that are going to work as a binder, and we're going to utilize canola oil to fry. We're going to bring the canola oil to about 365 to 375 degrees in temperature, and then we're going to spoon off the fritter into the oil, and you're going to fry nice and crispy. Okay? One thing to keep in mind, I'm utilizing spinach on this fritter, and I actually want to wilt the spinach completely. I don't want to leave any part of the spinach that is raw, because what happens is when I'm frying it, that water going to, come out into the batter, and you're going to make my batter hollow. It just kind of won't be too good. Plus the water in the frying oil is also not a very good thing. So you notice that I have my spinach completely wilted, and I put off the heat over here. Just the natural heat on the pan is continue to cook my spinach, and I think I got exactly what I need over here. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to shut my heat out, and I'm going to shut the back, and I'm going to move my oil closest to me. That way eliminate a lot of danger of splashing and things, and this would facilitate the cookery process over here. Okay? So very simple concept. I'm going to start it out with my flour. Okay? I'm going to season my flour with salt and pepper. Okay? I'm going to add my Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to spoon my ricotta cheese. Okay? Now it's time to break my egg. The reason I broke into the bowl is just to make sure there's no shells going into my fritter, okay? I'm going to start it out with one, and I'm going to just build my batter over here. It's a very simple concept. This fritter could be anything. Could be, prosciutto, could be, pancetta. We chose bacon. And could be a shrimp fritter, could be, my spinach or artichoke fritter or celery root. And anyway, the base is pretty much the same, okay? Now my batter is getting together. It's ready for my second egg. Okay, so I have my batter here. I'm going to add my spinach and my bacon. I'm going to allow it to sit a little bit. Okay, so now that my batter has rested, we're going to be able to, continue with our frying application of our savory spinach and bacon fritter. So we have a beautiful batter over here. It's nicely stable. I'm just going to gently season with salt and pepper, and I'm going to fold it in, make sure that my bacon and my spinach is nicely mixed. And as you can see, I have a very, very nicely stable batter. So this is going to be outstanding. I have my oil over here that the temperature, I'm going to test it. I tend to use a little fresh herb that I can put it in. And if I see that the herb is being gently fried, I know that the temperature is reached the 365 to 370 degrees that I want to use for frying, and it will work very well. I'm using canola oil. Today for the food service industry, there is two types of oil in a canola version. We have the classic, and then we have the high stability oil. So the choice I'm using today is high stability canola oil. The smoking point is very high, it's 475. It would allow me great shelf life, would allow me to use the same oil on this application and into all the dishes that are going to be frying later on today for service. So it's really working very well. Another thing that I like to kind of break down the myth a little bit is the fact that not all fried foods are unhealthy. This specifically is trans fat free, cholesterol free, and is an oil that is not only one of the most healthy oils over there and have a good source of omega-3 and would allow me to really put out a nice crispy dish, family favor, nice fried foods in a healthy way. So it's a great choice for us, okay? So what I'm going to use 2 spoons over here. I'm going to play around with almost like a little cannelle version, okay? I have nice little spoon. I'm going to make my fritters nice and freelance. I don't want each fritter to look the same. I want to have a little bit of a natural feel to it, okay? So this is going to go in, and I can see that the batter is really nice and stable, and I can see that the oil is perfect temperature. And I kept some nice little herbs. I have some beautiful chive flowers over here for my garniture, and it would work just fine. So again, you notice that I'm frying. You don't see smoke coming out of my pan. The temperature is very stable. The oil is not, breaking on me, not smoking at all. So it's really a good product to work on this kind of application, okay? Perfect. So I'm gonna leave some of the batter for later. I'm going to have my plate over here with some paper towel just so I can drain my fritter once it comes out of the oil, and then I'm gonna season the nice crispy fritter over here, and we'll be ready to enjoy. Great temperature on the oil. I have it really great, nice and crispy. The color is coming together really nice. This is going to be a fabulous dish. Great starter, first course, perhaps a nice little small salad on the side would be fabulous on that, okay? Suggestion over here, you can do a nice romesco sauce with canola oil and roasted red bell peppers and toasted bread and beautiful nuts like hazelnuts or almonds would be fabulous side dish over here. A simple truffle vinaigrette, that'll be an amazing side over there as well. Or even if you make it just a nice little mild lemon aioli, you can make a simple mild lemon aioli using beautiful egg yolks and lemon and garlic and canola oil to make that nice and stable. It would be a great dish, okay? So I think I'm almost there. I'm going to allow it to get a little bit more of a kind of goldish brown color, and the spinach that is folded into that fritter is getting nice and crispy on the outside, and we should be ready to serve in just a minute, okay? My fritter is ready to go. Beautiful golden color. And I'm going to drain just a little bit over here on paper towel. And while it's nice and hot, I'm going to season. A little kosher salt. And then I'm going to have my presentation plate, okay? I'm going to take a little chives on the bottom of the plate. And I'm going to mount my fritter over here. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a height on this presentation. I'm gonna use a little bit few chive flowers as garniture. And here we go. Enjoy savory spinach and bacon fritters that I use high stability canola oil for my deep frying cooking technique. Enjoy.